Yeah, he's the youngest 90-year-old I know, that's for sure.
90 years old, but you know, Red, as Willie Nelson would say, he still thinks he's an old bull rider.
I still think we're going to see a lot more out of Red McCombs. Yeah, I don't think he's done yet.
You just don't expect an Edsel dealer, used car dealer, to ever be 90 or to be rich, or to marry Charlene, and Red did it all.
Red McCombs has a lot more to do, and I just want to be on the sidelines watching him do it, because he is truly amazing.
I think Red was a born entrepreneur.
He grew up dirt poor in West Texas selling bags of peanuts.
And realizing he's making a lot of revenue but no profit, and so he had to adjust how many peanuts were in the bag.
As a kid, he looked up to the University of Texas at Austin, and he hitchhiked his way up to Austin just to see the University of Texas at Austin.
He came from Spur, Texas, and walked on this campus. He knew it was magic. He knew it was the place that he wanted to be. He fell in love as a child with the University of Texas.
What's good about Red is that he understands the relationship between passing on knowledge and know-how through the McCombs School of Business.
His investment in the business school to me is another great example of Red, of recognizing what's coming at us and knowing that we're going to have to continue to produce great employees in the state of Texas if the state of Texas is going to continue to have the advantages that it has had in the last 10 to 15 years.
I always tell people, I got my degree in 1969 from the Business Honors Program here at the McCombs School of Business, but I got my PhD from being with Red McCombs. DeLoss Dodge called me and said, Marty, I want to get Red back involved.
And Marty suggested that we take our staff, our executive staff, to San Antonio. So we went down there, spent 2 or 3 days. Red spent time with us and talked about marketing.
Everything that Red said over 30 years ago has come to fruition.
Red's a marketing genius, and if you don't believe that, you need to ask him sometime, and he will tell you that he's a marketing genius. We didn't do anything at Texas without Red knowing about it, being on board with it.
Athletics is, for most people, is the front door to our university. It's where kids recognize and see that they want to be a part of what's happening here at the University of Texas. It certainly was for me. I used to come to football games with my dad, and look, it's bigger than life, and it still is.
The structure in the background represents huge opportunities for young women who wanted to play softball. One of those stories that Red told me in the beginning was about his granddaughter who wanted to play softball. And he said, I had a lot of grandsons, they were playing on baseball teams, they had a lot of options. And then I have a granddaughter and she wants to play softball and there's no place for her to play. So that was part of his motivation to make what I think at that point, and probably still, is the largest single contribution made to a women's athletic program. He funded this stadium. We named it Red and Charlene McCombs.
The Center for Students in Recovery is an organization that supports people in their sobriety while they're finishing their education. Red McCombs and his foundation really lined up with that. So we loaded up 8 students, went down to Red's office. At the end of the meeting, one of the students looked at me and he said, "Holy cow, Laura, we just spent 4 hours with Red McCombs and he gave us money." And I turned around and I saw Red standing, and he had the biggest grin on his face. Now, and I knew at that moment, not only did the students touch his life, but he had touched our life too.
It's a wonderful time to celebrate all the contributions and the friendships that you've developed over 90 long, fruitful years.
Hook 'em horn, God bless America, and God bless you.
The Center for Students in Recovery loves you, and I love you. Thank you very much for all your generosity.
Red and Charlene, you absolutely are 2 of my favorite people.
We love every day that we get to spend with you. We don't take for granted that when we need advice, we need help, you're right down the hall or you're a phone call away.
Renan, I love you. Thank you for all you've done for San Antonio, for the University of Texas, and the entire state of Texas. Keep going. You're 90 years young. You got a lot more to give, and thank you. We love you. Hook 'em horns.
So Chief, happy birthday from the Weavers. We love you.
And we wish you a very happy 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Red McCombs.
Happy birthday.
Happy 90th birthday.
Red, happy 90th birthday.